Paradise is summer on the Mediterranean because it's beautiful, the sea is blue, the air is clear.
I think where I live in the summer is paradise. Paradise is a perfect place, an untouched place, a beautiful place.
Paradise is a warm climate, like a beach or an island, that has good waves, lots of food, and friends.
I think paradise is like heaven.
A place where everything is wonderful, perfect, people get along, good things happen, just a nice place to be, and all your dreams come true. And it's an idea, it's not some place you can actually reach, it's just a place you strive for.
Paradise is a peaceful, I would say safe environment that you want to approach, and it's difficult to do it.
I wouldn't so much describe it as a specific place or that it has to be anywhere in particular. I'd say it's more of like a state of being where you feel really at home, maybe with yourself, or you feel sort of like you're in this out of the ordinary experience it could be anywhere, or it could be somewhere that's special to you, but you sort of feel happy and content and at peace with everything around you and within yourself.
Maybe the closest I ever came to paradise, because I still think of it as there are two things I remember. In my life was probably when my daughter was born, and I just thought that was, nothing could be better than that. I was in the delivery room and watching her be born, and hearing her cry, and all that was just, I think, I remember that as being just the most wonderful experience. So maybe that was the closest I ever came to paradise.
It was when I left France. I was born there and I lived there for 10 years. And I wouldn't say that Paris so much was my paradise. It was more of my home, which obviously came with problems and everything. But when I left that, I lost like a part of myself, or maybe I didn't so much lose it, but I was saying goodbye to like my childhood, because right when I did move after 10 years was sort of the mark into a new chapter when I was going to be transitioning into a new culture.
But I lost my best friend, my husband, and my older brother in a very short time period. And their deaths were very sudden and traumatic. All three of the deaths were very traumatic. And that kind of shook the architecture of my world. I had to literally learn how to do things very differently, just because I was raising a family in a way I hadn't thought I was going to.
I've lost both my parents. They died within 5 years of each other. That was very difficult. They were older. They had good, solid lives. They were wonderful parents. I guess it's the transition of grief from the daily grief that you feel in your gut to just missing that person and just going through. Now when I think of something, I'll laugh and I'll say, Pop used to say this, or Mom used to say that. So I think just that transition, you're going to go through it, it's going to hurt, and you just got to keep putting one step in front of each other to get through it.
I took advantage of my situation. It was the reason for why I didn't have to do the homework that I did not want to do. It was my excuse and the reason why I condoned myself for saying literally any thought that popped into my head, even when it was mean. The grief caused by my loss allowed me to believe that I was entitled to do anything I wanted to. I wasn't healing right. Before fifth form, I had never really been proud of myself for anything at St. Paul's. I had neither pushed myself to reach my academic potential, nor had I invested anything positive into the community. Well, I could have accepted the fact that it would be extremely difficult to push myself from a low-H student and an unambitious community member into the student that I wanted to be. Moments of optimism inspired me to try.
To overcome that, it I don't even know if I can pinpoint a moment or how I did it, because there were so many obstacles when I was actually transitioning. But I guess the way I found strength was by realizing that I didn't so much ever lose what I had lost, because it would always be a part of me. I think for me, memory and the things that come along with memory are the most real things, even though they're far away. So when I was trying to adjust and recovering from not actually physically being able to be in my old home, I was thinking about how that home had shaped who I was, and how everything that I had experienced was still shaping my new experience and the way I see the world. So I guess the way I overcame that and I found new paradise is by seeing that whatever new paradise is to come and whatever new experiences to come will be dependent and part of my old experience. And it's like it's something that'll never go away. It'll always be a part of who I am.